The forklift pre-operation inspection is an inspection performed to ensure safe operations throughout the day. This inspection is intended to prevent accidents caused by vehicle abnormalities or malfunctions and to improve work efficiency by maximizing the vehicle performance. This DVD explains the procedure of the pre-operation inspection for ensuring the safety and efficiency of daily operations. First, prepare the tools required for the inspection. Avoiding places where ventilation is poor, move the vehicle to a flat place with no inclination. Apply the parking brake and set the forks against the ground. When performing the inspection indoors, do so at a place equipped with a sufficient ventilation system. When there is more than one inspector, choose a leader. The other inspectors must always verbally repeat the leader's instructions before operating the cargo handling equipment and moving the vehicle. Once the preparations are completed, first check that the points from the previous day's inspection where abnormalities were found have been completely repaired. If the points are not repaired, immediately contact the manager in charge and take the necessary actions or contact the nearest Unicarriers forklift dealer. Start the inspection by walking around the forklift. Check that the vehicle is not inclined, and then look under the body to inspect the ground and bottom surface of the body for traces of battery fluid leaks. Check that there is no abnormal wear, damage, or cracking on the drive tires, caster tires, or trailing tires. Check by touch that the drive tire mounting bolts are not loose, and visually check by putting alignment marks. Check for lamp dirt or damage. Check that the lenses are not dirty or damaged. Visually inspect the backrest and headguard for cracking or deformation. Check for looseness of the backrest mounting bolts. Visually check the masts for damage and check the hydraulic hoses for cracking, damage, or deformation. Check that the upper and lower brake pads have at least 4 mm of remaining thickness. Use the level gauge to check that the hydraulic oil level is within the correct range. Also check for oil leakage. Lower the forks to the lowest position before performing this inspection. Next is the inspection by sitting on the operator's seat. Check the brake pedal, play, and stroke. Check that there is no sticking or failure to return when released. Press the horn switch and check that the horn sounds correctly. Operate the switches and check that the lamps illuminate. Turn the steering wheel to the left and right and check that the amount of play is not large. Shake the steering wheel and check for looseness in the axial direction. Shift the accelerator lever to the reverse side and check that the buzzer sounds. When the ignition is on, visually check that the meters and displays appear correctly, and check that no warning marks are displayed. Next, inspection by moving the forklift. Check the surrounding area for safety before starting. Check that the accelerator lever does not stick or fail to return when released. Operate the steering wheel to check that it is not too heavy or does not rotate abnormally. Operate the brake pedal and check the effectiveness of the brakes. Check that the travel and cargo handling motors turn well and that there is no abnormal noise, odor, or vibration. With the fork extended and lifted up, check that there is no lifting of the caster wheels. With the fork extended and lifted up, drive forward and check that the drive tires do not spin freely. Next, the inspection with the forklift stopped. Stop the forklift in a safe place. Lift the forks by about 10 to 30 centimeters and then turn the key to off position. Push the centers of the chains to check that there is no loosening of the chains and that the tension is equal on the left and right sides. Also, visually inspect for oil shortage and damage. Check that the forks are not bent or cracked and that the lock pins are in the grooves by touching or by shaking the forks. Operate the control levers and check that the raising and lowering, tilting forward and back, and fork extension operations are smooth, and that the rollers operate smoothly. At this time, check that there is no oil leakage from the hydraulic piping of the lift cylinders, tilt cylinders, and fork extension cylinders. The mast will be operated now. Check the surrounding area for safety before starting. Check for damage, deformation, or significant looseness of the cargo handling levers. Inspection with the battery pulled out. For the battery removal and installation procedures, refer to the operation manual and maintenance procedures. Use the cap float to check the battery fluid level. When cleaning the battery, be sure to use a damp cloth. When doing this, also check the battery cables and cap for breakage or damage. Write down the inspection results in the record book. Then check that the tools and clothes used for the inspection are put away. Make sure all the removed caps and parts have been reattached. If the forklift is not cleaned, tools or clothes may get caught while the forklift is moving, or oil may spurt out, resulting in accidents. If any abnormalities are found during this inspection, immediately report to the manager in charge and do not operate the forklift until repairs are completed. Park the forklift in a safe place where no pedestrians or vehicles are around, pull out the key, and put up a sign indicating "Operation Prohibited." If there is an abnormal condition where the forks cannot be lowered, put a mark on the forks so that no one will get under them. For inquiries about inspection record books or the forklift, please contact the nearest Unicarriers forklift dealer. Mounting positions may differ depending on the model. Please read the forklift operation manual.